Hey everybody, thanks for clicking the thumbnail and welcome to Talking Habs. In this video today, this is kind of a video written by the viewers and subscribers that were on my last live stream, and what they are, these are hot takes for the Montreal Canadiens 2021 season. Now, I did a video a few days before that where it was the Montreal Canadiens the Dirty Dozen, and I gave 12 hot takes for the upcoming season, and I asked my viewers on the live stream if they wanted to, I'll do a video on theirs, and this is that video. I got 31 hot takes. They're all up on the board. We'll go over them, and before we get to that, if you are new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, and you are a Habs fan, or maybe not, but you do want to see Habs content, and yeah, you can get that right here by subscribing and ring that notifications bell, and you will get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge from Talking Habs. So let's get into this video. So there's 31 predictions. I think it's a dozen different viewers and subscribers, and some of them are kind of a little off the wall, or maybe, you know, kind of impossible to happen, I think, and some I think are right on. And so let me know in the comment section which ones you agree with, don't agree with, think are crazy, think are sensible. Yeah, do that in the comment section, and let's get right into it. So we're going to start out with Shamir. Shamir says Jake Allen will have a higher save percentage than Carey Price. And this is a possibility because I believe last season that was the case. Carey Price, I want to say, had a .909 save percentage, and I believe Allen had something like a .917 or a .922. So it's possible that he'll do that again this year. And I don't think so personally. I think Carey Price's save percentage is going to come up. So we'll have to see how that works out. But Shamir thinks Allen will do better in that department. Now, I have one here. It's unknown because after going over everything, I realized I didn't attribute it to anybody. So if it's your hot take, let me know in the comment section. So that is Habs finish with 7 overtime losses. So in 7 games, they will get beat in overtime and not make it to the shootout. They will still get their point for making it to overtime, but they'll lose in overtime. Chris B says Shea Weber will score 20 goals. 20 goals. Now, I'm not sure if he's thinking on 82 games, because on 82 games, I think that's a possibility. I'm not sure in 56 games if he's going to do that. If he does, he will win the Norris Trophy more than likely. So Shea Weber scores 20 goals. That's from Chris B. From Peter P. Like, I didn't give the last names because I didn't ask them if I could, so I didn't. So sorry, everybody. Peter P. says Price wins Vezina. I think this is a possibility. Price, if he plays the way he did in the playoffs last season, that I think that it is a distinct possibility that he could win the Vezina Trophy. I'm not sure if I've given that opinion, but I think this is a good possibility. Next up, Mark K. Romanov is Rookie of the Year. I should have wrote in the NHL, so he says Romanov will be Rookie of the Year and win the Calder Trophy in the NHL. I think that's a possibility, depending on how the offensive rookies do. If you have one that really just tearing up the league, I don't know if that's possible, but I would love to see Romanov win Rookie of the Year. Next up, Hockey Broad 30. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, because it's Hockey Broad because he's a big Marty Brodeur fan, and so that's what that's for. So if I'm saying it wrong, let me know, okay? So that's Josh Anderson has a bounce-back season. This is what I think will happen, so I definitely am behind that one. Yeah, Josh Anderson had a lousy season last year. He had an injury-riddled 26 games. He only got 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points. But the season before, he scored 27 goals. So I believe he'll have a season like that and have a bounce back, and we'll be very impressed with this guy. I really believe that. So Josh Anderson has a bounce back season. Next up, and I scuffed his name, Jeff. Jeff is my co-host on our podcast, A Couple of Guys Talking Habs. If you want, I'm going to put a link in the description for that. Check that out. So Jeff, he was very vocal. Well, very, when you type, what's that? There's a word for that. I'm not thinking of it. He has like 6 of them in here. Although there is one, the second to last one, I'm not sure if he was trying to clarify to me this is what somebody was saying, and I didn't get who it was. So there's a question mark. So let me know in the description, and Jeff will let me know. But if that is your take and it's not Jeff's, let me know. First one, Price wins the Hart Trophy. I think if Price wins the Vezina and he's playing that well, I think that's a good possibility that he could do that. So Price wins the Hart Trophy. Next up, Weber wins his first Norris. I think he has made the final three before, been a finalist. He's never won one. If he fulfills Chris B's prediction and scores 20 goals, I think that's a distinct possibility. But I like that one. I don't know that it'll happen, but I think that's a possibility that it could happen. Next up, Cole Caufield joins Habs for the playoffs. And this is one I think every Habs fan right now is going, yeah. I think it's a possibility that could happen. I personally think he might go to the AHL first to start. But last night on our podcast, while we were talking, I'm not sure if we talked about it on the podcast, but he explained to me why, and it makes sense. I don't think I'll go over it here because it'll take too long, and I want this video to not last forever. But I think it makes sense that he may join after his college year is over. He'll sign his ELC and he'll play maybe the last. I don't know when this season for him is over there, so I don't know how much of our season will be left. But if there's time, he'll play, and maybe he'll be joining while they're in the playoffs. So I think that's a possibility there. Next up, Primo takes over for Allen. So I don't know. See, this is where, and we talked about Primo last night, and he said, and I don't know if he said it in the podcast, but he did say that he doesn't want Primo to sit on the taxi squad, and he would rather him play in the AHL and not be up with the big team at all this season. But now, if that prediction is to come true, that means he'd have to have been on the taxi squad or with the team on the roster. So it would probably mean he wouldn't be playing very much, exactly what he wouldn't want. So I'm a little confused about that one. Jeff, let me know when we talk next. But he thinks Allen will take over, or Primo will take over for Allen before the end of the season. He also believes, and this is the one I'm not sure if it's Jeff's or if it's somebody else's that Jeff was trying to clarify, because I wasn't catching on, that Primo pulls a Dryden/Roy. And what that means is he comes up during the season and he plays extremely well. And for whatever reason, he's the goalie in the playoffs, and he takes the Canadiens to the Cup. And that's what Dryden did. Dryden had only 6 games played in the season. His rookie, it wasn't even his rookie season. He was a rookie still the next season. He only played 6 games. Then it was 2 or 3 rounds in the Stanley Cup. Brought them to the Cup. Won the Conn Smythe Trophy. Patrick Waugh came up, I think, closer to mid-season. Played really well. Whoever was the goalie had, Steve Penny, got hurt or something, and he played the playoffs, was fantastic, brought them to the Cup, won the Conn Smythe. So he's saying that Primo will do the same thing. Habs versus New York Rangers in the East Conference Final. So I believe that the Habs will come out of the division as well. So they'll win the division, and I'm not sure that Jeff believes that, but I know he doesn't think they'll win the division. That doesn't mean they won't win the division after the playoffs. I believe Montreal will come out of the division into the top 4, and he believes they'll play the New York Rangers in that conference final. Let's see. So that's it for Jeff. Jeff had 6 of them. Next up, Sean M. Sean has 5. He tried, but he didn't beat Jeff. Suzuki's line gets 75 goals. This one I think is a bit of a stretch considering it's only 56 games. If it was an 82-game schedule, I think that would be a possibility. So if you want to say prorated, then okay, and I don't know what that would work out to in goals, but we're going to go with 75 goals in the 56 games. I don't think so, but I'd love to see it. Suzuki and Caufield, leading scorers in the playoffs. So he's saying that Caufield will join Montreal before the playoffs or at the playoffs, and him and Suzuki will lead the scoring in the playoffs for the NHL. Romanov leads the team in hits, and this one I think will be something that actually happens. I think Romanov is the destroyer. That's what they're calling him. He's going to come out and he's going to hit, and that's what he's known for. He's a lethal hitter, and I think that one could really come true. Habs have the top 3 scoring lines in the NHL. So it's not that they have a top 3 scoring line. He's saying, and I confirmed this with him, he's saying the top 3 lines on Montreal will be the top 3 scoring lines in the NHL. I think that's a bit of a stretch. I don't see how all 3 could do that, but man, would I love to see that happen. Next one, his final one, Habs top 3 scoring. Their top 3 scoring, so their top 3 scorers on the team, most goals combined in the NHL, which means all the other teams' top 3 scorers, ours will have the most goals combined for the 3. That could happen. I don't see why not. That could happen. I don't think it will because there's some really big scorers and there's some teams that are pretty lethal, more lethal than I think Montreal will be offensively, so I don't know. Jack predicts that Drouin scores 35 goals. So this is another one that if you want to say like it's 82 games, maybe, although Drouin's not really a goal scorer, he's more of a playmaker. I don't know that he comes up to 35 goals even in 82 games. But hey, why not? But I think he's more of a playmaker. So we'll see. Habs win the cup. This is what everybody wants to have happen. Habs win the cup. Is it a possibility? Yeah. I don't really think it'll happen this year, but I do believe they'll make the playoffs, and then once that happens, anything can happen. So, hey, I'm behind that one. Habs regular season sweep over the Leafs. So he is saying that the Habs will not lose against the Leafs in the regular season. So I like that. I don't think that'll happen, but I would like to see that one happen for sure. Next up is All About Habs. He has, another 5 predictions from him. Habs regular season sweep over the Oilers. So he's saying that the Habs will do that over the Oilers. So no, it's not, wow, they'll sweep the Leafs and the Oilers. No, it's 2 different people making these predictions. So All About Habs is saying that Montreal will sweep the Oilers in the regular season. Victor Mete scores 4 goals. The funny thing about that one is when it came up, I answered and I think he'll do this or that. And he said, no, it's a prediction I made. Victor Mete scores 4 goals, which would double his total from last season. I believe he'll get, I think I said 6. I think he'll get more than that. So 6, maybe 7, but it might be 4. So he's saying Mete will double his goal production from last season and get 4. Tyler Toffoli does not score 30, but scores 29. I think that's going to be tough to do in 56 games. I think that's a prediction for an 82-game season. But, hey, it's his prediction. I think it's a stretch, but I'm predicting that he gets 25 goals. So I think he won't be that far, but I don't know that you can say he'll come in on a 56-game season and score 30 goals. Habs' record will be 38, 14, and 4. 38, 14, and 4. That would win their division, I would think. Would be one of the top teams points-wise in the league. Definitely. So 38, 14, and 4. Habs win 4 games versus the Jets. Now, I'm not sure if it's 8 or 9 games each team playing against each other, but he's basically saying they're going to win 4 games anyways. I don't know if that'll be half or it'll be just under half. I don't know. I'm Nub Newbie, one of my favorite of my subscribers' names. I'm Nub Newbie. He has 4 predictions here. Claude Julien wins the Adams Trophy. That's for the Coach of the Year. So he's saying Claude Julien will be Coach of the Year. Marc Bergevin wins the Jim Gregory Award, and that is the same thing for the GM. So he would be GM of the Year. That's Jim Gregory Award. It's a new name for the award because Jim Gregory was a GM. He passed away a couple of years ago, and they renamed the award after him. Habs lose versus the Vikings. Vikings? I always do that. I call the Vegas Golden Knights the Vikings. Versus the Vegas Golden Knights in the Cup final. So he's predicting Habs make the Cup final, but lose to the Vegas Golden Knights in the final. And in insult to injury, that Max Pacioretty scores the winning goal, which might be hard if they trade him because they're still talking about trading Patch. So he's saying they lose to the Knights in the final, and Patch scores the winning goal against us. So I was wrong. He had 3, not 4. I thought one of them was a there was one that looked like 2. And finally, Randy N. It comes in with 3 of these predictions. Randy is saying Jake Allen plays back-to-back at least once during this season. So there's going to be a lot of back-to-back opportunities. Probably they're going to split most of those. I would think Carey Price might play a couple of those as well. And he's saying Jake Allen will play at least once back-to-back. Habs less injury trouble than this year than last year. We all know we had some injury trouble. It exposed the depth problems on the team. He's saying that we will be less injury prone this year and won't suffer from those problems. And the last hot takes of this video: Habs top 12 on the power play after 28 games. So halfway through the season, Habs will be top 12 on the power play. This, I believe, could happen. I think Habs will improve their power play this year. Where it does end up, I don't know, but I think they will be at the top end of the league. And yeah, I like that prediction. That could happen. So there you go. That's my subscriber and viewer 31 hot takes for Montreal Canadiens for the 2021 season. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give a thumbs up. And if you have any of your own and you want to add them into the leave them in the comment section, and maybe I'll do another video on this. So let me know if you have any of your own in the comment section down there. And if you are new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and ring that notifications bell, and that's down there, and that'll get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. I'm recording this Christmas Eve day, so I want to say very Merry Christmas to everybody who is watching this, to all of my subscribers, to everybody who's ever watched a Talking Habs video. I want to thank you all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year coming up, and have a great one. I hope you all get the presents that you'd like. I know in the absence of maybe some of us not getting to see the family that we'd like to see this year, I just hope you have as good a night and as fun a Christmas as you can possibly have. So I'll speak to you on the other side of that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. Bye-bye.